Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Seven. I'm your 7-star mystic. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to change things up a little bit today. If you've been watching my previous videos, I usually start with a soul reflection card, but I'm going to start with the Serpentfire Tarot today, which is what I'm really excited about. Before we get started, I wanted to touch on the stones that I have with me. I'm not even gonna try to show you them just because the light is not very good right now, but I have a black moonstone. This energy touches on your divine feminine aspects, whatever divine femininity means for you. For me, it touches on fierce vulnerability. It touches on refusing to harden yourself to a world that can be unpredictable. Connecting to your roots. This black moonstone is really awesome and it has a lot of wisdom. I have a banded agate. It's a light blue color, and this stone it feels really gentle. It feels very gentle. One message I get from this stone is tell the honest truth. Tell the honest truth. But do so in a way that's loving. And then I have the jaguar stone, also known as leopard skin jasper. Touches on your instincts as an animal. A lot of people who are spiritual, myself included, we're always like stuck in these freaking meat suits. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but our meat suits are actually very precious and valuable. No matter what you're told. No matter what you're told, your body is important. It's a blessing to be able to experience life. I believe that. So, the first couple cards I draw are going to determine how I move forward in my reading. My readings are general. They are not date specific. Whenever you encounter this reading, please know that it is at that exact time that you are meant to see it. If it resonates, please take it as you will, and if it doesn't resonate, just put it in the discard pile. You can't resonate with everyone, but for now, I feel like general readings are the awesome way to go for me, and I say a prayer that this reading will reach the eyes, ears, and hearts of whoever is meant to receive it. I'm going to bless this deck with the energies of the platonic solids, the archangels, and the spirits, that it may give the messages that I am meant to portray through these cards and that you are meant to see as a viewer. I also have my Cosmic Tarot deck, my tried and true. And I also bless this deck with the energy of the platonic solids and the angels, that I may convey the messages I meant to convey through these cards and through these themes, and that the people watching this video will receive whatever messages they are meant to. Today is 62719. 62719, June 27th. It's is it Thursday already? I'm gonna pull 3 cards. The first one already popped out. I need 2 more, please. 1, okay, 2. Oh my god. All right. Let me hold them all up together and then separately. First card out, the Death card. The Death card. Second card out, the Fool card. The Fool card. Third card out, Eight of Pentacles. Immediately, something ends to make way for a brand new beginning, a leap of faith on something you've worked really hard for, something you've studied really hard for, something you have done a lot of research on. The ending of one phase, the beginning of the next. That's remarkable. Just so y'all know, the Fool card is the very first card of the deck. Clean slate, fresh slate. The Death card is not always about physical death. It can be, I like to call the Death card the Cosmic Gardener. The Death card, the Death energy is the one that cuts away all of the crap, all of the things that we don't need in our world anymore. Upright meaning. A woman in an elegant dress stands in front of a long ascending staircase. It is night, and the goddess Nuit has folded herself over the gateway at the top of the stairs, ready to receive. Death, physical and symbolic, is inevitable. We all go through discernible phases marked by beginnings and endings. In order to fill our cup again, we must empty it. Empty it of all of the old things. This card represents external change, jobs, relationships, where we live, everything around us. Welcome the changes that are knocking on your door. Mantra. A snake sheds its skin, and so must I from time to time. Next up, the Fool. The Fool card is all about leaps of faith. All about taking leaps of faith. Listen up. The unicorn, ruler of the heart's desires and dreams, leaps off the edge of the world. What is below? A feather bed or certain death? She doesn't know, and that's okay. This is what is meant by leap of faith. With this card, we begin the archetypal journey, a new cycle opening up our arms to embrace the universe. The unicorn represents our purest self, free of fear, of inhibition, of predetermined ideas. Trust yourself and surrender to the pull of the universe. Fear not. Free fall into the next phase of your journey. Mantra, I give myself to the great unknown. Allow whatever needs to die off to die off. This Eight of Pentacles is going to be a really good clarifier, and then I'm going to move into the Cosmic Tarot cards. I hope y'all are having an amazing week so far. If you've been going through it, just know that you're not alone. If you're into astrology or the idea that planetary energies affect us, I believe that they do. But regardless, when we look at those laws, those universal laws, the planets are kind of putting people through a ringer right now. Just take it a day at a time. Just take it a day at a time, fam. Here we are. Sorry it's a little dark. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. A blue crystal body. A blue crystal body is set in harmony amongst warm auburn stripes. When the time is right, trees blossom, flowers bloom, the moon comes into fullness, crystals come into their full power. And these loving processes each have their own timelines. The spiritual body grows in full form. We must be careful of ourselves, with ourselves during the process of becoming whole. Incubate your tenderness, shelter your delicateness, and make sure that you have everything you need to ensure that you crystallize solidly. During this time, do not indulge in excess. Be gentle with yourself. Mantra, I treat myself with loving care. I'm really excited about this. I forgot that this was the chrysalis card. Eight of Pentacles can be considered the chrysalis card. That's so amazing. Have Death, the Fool, and the chrysalis card. This is literally the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. Like, the cards are literally saying the caterpillar is not a caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar will never be a caterpillar again. The caterpillar has to go into this chrysalis to become a butterfly, and the butterfly has to take its first flight. It has to take its first flight, the butterfly does. And it's scary. It's like, I used to be a caterpillar, then I went into this crazy cave chamber that I made out of like mucus and plant matter, and my body became a cocoon, and then I was like transforming into something else. And when you are in this process, when you go through this process, you're really fragile. When and especially when you're just coming out of the cocoon, you're really fragile. So whatever it is you are experiencing right now, whether it's death in a relationship, or death of, if you've experienced the death of a loved one recently, I'm very, very sorry. If you've experienced the death of a situation, just know that it can transform into something else that's really beautiful. It depends on what your belief system is, but this is literally death, rebirth. And you need to take care of yourself because you're fragile. You're fragile. You haven't gained strength in your wings yet. Okay. I don't normally read reversals. I'm going to right now because it came out reversed. Let me just explain. So this is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords reversed. You might be feeling some heaviness in your thoughts. I'm not as familiar with the reversals as I am with the upright. And what I'm going to gather from this is that you may be feeling like you're moving into a time of mental strife, or that you can't seem to find peace. Nothing brings you peace. This will end. A lot of people have been telling me how alone they feel. You're not alone. You are not alone. But when you're in a chrysalis, you can't be in there with anybody else. Like, that they will mess up everything. Like, you can't be in a chrysalis with anybody else. Like, you can't do it. You have to be in the chrysalis alone, and then you can hatch out of the chrysalis, and you can get a bunch of other little butterfly friends. Just get a bunch of little other butterfly friends. But just know that while you're in this chrysalis, you have to be in there by yourself, and it's not going to be like that forever. I promise. I promise. Nature will tell you so. So if you're feeling anxious or mentally upset or just like freaked out by everything going on right now, it will pass and it will become better. Next up, Four of Pentacles, self-preservation. This is literally an affirmation of what I was just saying. Take care of yourself. Put up boundaries. This is a boundaries card. Set boundaries. Take alone time. Don't let people cross you. You might be feeling really vulnerable right now. Protect yourself. Fortify yourself. Nine of Wands is literally that. Okay, now this is telling me don't become too defensive. If you become too defensive, you will block out the good things from coming in. You will block out the good things from coming in, okay? You have to emerge from your chrysalis and spread your wings, or whatever analogy you want to use. Don't hole yourself in. Don't don't nail boards over the doors and the windows because you want to protect yourself from being hurt or from the outside world. Because of this anxiety that you might be feeling, or like this lack of peace or this paranoia. Okay. Because then, here's the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. This is absolute abundance. It's gifts from the universe. It's the raw essence of wealth and prosperity. The raw essence of wealth and prosperity. That's amazing. That's so awesome. Don't block it out. It's like, oh, knock, knock, delivery, and then you're like, no one's home, go away. Because you're over here, you've been hurt before. However, you've been hurt before. You know? But you've come this far. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm going to get a few more cards. But the overall lesson of this is, during death and rebirth is a very sacred, raw process. Give yourself time to rest, to meditate, to relax, to process, to reflect. Give yourself time to reflect. But when opportunities come knocking, don't just shut them down immediately, okay? Don't just immediately shut them down. What's this? Here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant. The High Priest. Here we have the High Priest. The High Priest touches on using your divine wisdom, your knowledge, your higher knowledge and higher learning to integrate your experiences into something that you can learn from or teach to others. This can be a card of teaching your wisdom to others, imparting your wisdom on others, or receiving wisdom. They say all the best teachers are the best students. So whether it is you're learning or teaching, the Hierophant, he's the High Priest. He oversees divine, I keep hearing the word integration. So if you're experiencing any kind of divine union or oh my God. I said divine union and then the High Priestess came out. I was thinking about this the other day, fam. So, you know, the High Priest and the High Priestess, they're both very spiritual, religious figures in their community. High Priest is definitely community-oriented. He's got all these people surrounding him, all these people that he talks to, he guides them, he directs them. He says, here's how you can connect to your divine source. And she does she goes internally. She's more internal. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Let's touch on this. Divine masculine, in his best sense, is going to be very good at sharing wisdom with others, hearing others' wisdom. In his worst sense, he's going to be controlling and manipulative of the masses. And he's going to use his power based on ego and fear. Okay. Divine Masculine, in that sense, is going through a lot right now. I wasn't expecting to touch on this. Divine Feminine, she is extremely book smart. She's smart as a whip. She knows exactly when to speak and when to stay silent for the most benevolent outcome. She's very efficient and effective. She doesn't have to repeat herself. She does everything in accordance with the cycles of nature. So she has got this fluidity and this organic sense to her way of doing things. She can be very calculating. She's the alpha and the omega, and he's everything in between. And they both are very connected to their spiritual selves. This is people who can connect to a sense of spirituality, a sense of higher knowing. So if you are in a relationship, or you were in a relationship, if you were in a relationship, it's moving to the next level. Death, rebirth, it's incubating. So give it time. If this is about a job, give it the lesson here is give it time. The high priestess says wait for the perfect timing. Oh my god. Wow. Next we have the Ace of Swords with the Nine of Cups. There's clarity here. I mean, we have two aces here, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. You see how the Six of Swords, there's all this anxiety, there's all this, what's the word I'm looking for? Trepidation. Trepidation, this is literally, that is, if I could sum up this reverse Six of Swords right now, trepidation. Just like, yeah, because that's, I mean, you know, taking a leap of faith can be really terrifying if you don't know where you're going. You have to trust. You have to trust your divine, trust your intuition. If it feels right, do it. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, wait for better timing, because it will come. Oh, my back and shoulders are just a mess right now. I'm sorry. Because this Ace of Swords cuts through all of that fear and all of that insecurity and all of that muck. It just cuts right through it, and it's quick. It's quick and clean. Ace of Swords, it's a divine, it's a revelation, like aha, like an aha moment, and it comes in quick. It could be from anything, and then it's about what you want. It's about what you want. You realize what you want. For some of you, for others, yeah, I really see this as a realization of some sort. If you've been uncertain about what direction to go in, give it time. Give it time, because when the moment is right, you'll know where to go. When the moment's right, you'll know where to go. I hope that helps some of you in some way. When the moment's right, you'll know where to go. But don't go a moment sooner. Don't go a moment sooner. At the bottom of the deck, we have Two of Wands. Two of Wands represents, I mean, that's beautiful. Two of Wands represents an expedition. He's about to embark on something. It is this, listen, I will tell you right now, when you take a leap of faith and you feel good about it, you feel energized, you feel excited, you feel like this is what I should be doing, even though I don't know what it looks like, even though I don't know the outcome, even though it's not traditional, even though this and that and the other. Just get rid of the even those. Get rid of the ifs, ands, or buts. You make this leap of faith. You land where you're supposed to land. And then you prepare to embark on a new journey. That's literally this card, is embarking, preparing to embark on a journey. looking out at the horizon and seeing, like, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going to go. This is what I'm doing. You're going to, if you have felt any confusion about what you're supposed to be doing, when the moon is right, you're going to figure it out real quick. You're going to figure it out, and it's going to be perfect, okay? Like, share, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.